Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. Today in this video we are designing this beautiful application which is called online courses listing application. Okay, so where you can post your videos, you can post your portfolios and lot of things. And this application we are building using the React and Tailwind CSS. So you don't need any prior knowledge of React or Tailwind CSS, because in this video I am going through each step by step uh, coding and how can you create the React application, how can you integrate the Tailwind CSS, and from the point we will learn a lot of different concepts in the React. Okay, so in this video we are designing this online video course listing applications. So let's walk through what application include and what we are going to build in this particular video. So if you see in the top navigation bar, we have these beautiful navigations, and then we have this with the help of Tailwind CSS, we'll use this beautiful styling of our text, the cards, and all. Then we have this search bar so that user can able to filter it out, or you can search anything. Okay. Then if you see this icon, right? So with the help of React icons, we'll add these icons in our applications. Then we have these beautiful animations. Okay, if you see, we have these animations for all our videos and some of these buttons. So you can click on any of this video and we will integrate this YouTube player in our application as well. Okay, then we have this course related information below that video, and on the right side we will show the recommended video. When you click on any of these uh, particular cards, it will play video for you in a YouTube. Okay, you can go back. So we learn navigations. Then as told you, right, you can decrease the size of this one, and it depends on your screen size. It will change the layout. So it's fully responsive, mobile friendly, and easy to build. So I will cover all the basic concept of this React and Tailwind CSS. So in this video, we will learn how to create the React app and how can you integrate with the Tailwind CSS. Then we will learn about the React hooks, the inbuilt React tools, how can we use that one. Then we will learn React navigation with the help of React routing DOM. Then we will learn how can you pass the data from child component to, sorry, the parent component to child component and vice versa. Okay, then we will use React icons in our application, and you will get to know how can you use the React application, React icons. Then we will integrate the YouTube player in our applications, and we will play actual video. Okay, then we will build the complete this application, and we will learn the different way to deploy this application. Okay, also we will learn how can we fetch data from the API, and with the help of live API. Okay, we are not using any dummy data, so you will learn how can do that, and there are a lot of many more things. Okay, so watch this full video. Now let's create a new React project. So open command prompt in desired folder and just type npx create React app, and you can give any name you want. So in this case I will give online course web course app. Okay, or web, or enter. It will take few seconds to build all the files and to install all the packages. So we'll wait for a few seconds.
A few moments later.
Now our project is get created. So let's go into the project, cd online, and open the VS Code using the command code space dot. Okay, so it will open your project in a VS Code automatically. So once you are in the project, let's make sure it's running properly. Okay, so close this window. Okay, on the left hand side you will see all the folders and all. Let's go to terminal and click new terminal. This is the inbuilt VS Code terminal, okay, and just type npm run start in order to run the React project. So if you see, it's automatically open the pages for us, okay, and it's getting loaded. So if you see, right, our project is run on the localhost 3000, okay. So let's see, and if you see, we are getting this spinning logo and some text. Now if you go to the source folder, you will see this app.js file. Inside that we have this logo and the text, okay, and this link. So if you know more about this, how the project is structured, the files and all, you can watch my previous React Native tutorials, React tutorials video, and you will get to know. Okay. Now let's remove this all this code. We don't want it. Okay. And if you save it and if you check it, we don't have anything on the screen. Okay. Now we want to install the Tailwind CSS. So go to website and just type Tailwind CSS, okay, and create React app. So once you landed on this page, you will see the step to install the React Native, sorry, to install the Tailwind CSS. So we already created the project by the this command, okay, and we are in the project. So now we want to install this Tailwind CSS. So copy this command and run in your terminal. So just click on this plus sign to create new terminal and paste it here. Same, copy this nps tailwind css initiate command. So this command will create this tailwind config.js file, okay. So I will paste this command, okay, and let's get executed. If you see, right, the created tailwind css config file tailwind config.js on left hand side panel, you will see this file tailwind.config.js, okay. Now if you go here, the next step is to copy this all of this code and you have to paste in a tailwind.config.js file. So paste it here. You can replace this with this code, okay. And last step is not last, but we have to copy this all this code and you have to paste in index.css file. So if you go here, right, we have this index.css file. So I will paste it at the top. You can paste it anywhere and save it. Next step, you have to rerun your project using this command, okay. This is the command we use for to create to run the project, okay. And also I will copy this code, okay. This is the tailwind css applied for this particular code, okay. So we'll paste in app.js file, right, inside this folder. So what it will do, it will add the text size of 3XL in the font size, and font should be a bold and it should be underlined, right. I will save it everything using the Control K and S, and let's go to my previous terminal where we run the project, right. So we will stop the project first and we will run it again. So what it will do, it will build the React along with the Tailwind CSS which we just now integrated, correct. So let's wait for a few seconds to load the project. So if you see, right, we got the hello world with this font size and this was bold. Also, it's a underline, correct? Perfect. So we are able to successfully install and integrated the Tailwind CSS. So as per our mockup, if you see, right, we have couple of components we can create. The first, we can consider this section header as a one section or one component. Then we have this middle section to search the videos and all, right. And third is the list of videos, okay, the cards and all everything. And the last is footer. So create three file called comma header, then this what it called, this search, the list of video, and for footer, and we call it as a um, home page, or yeah, home page. Okay, we call it as a home page, and let's see. So in the source folder, create a new folder called screens. Okay, or we can call pages. Okay, inside the pages we can call home page.js, or just we can call home. Okay, so another thing, you have to install this VS Code plugin called React ES7. This ES7 plus React Redux snippet, right? I already installed, so install this command. So in order to write the default template, right, you don't need to write everything from the scratch. So just type rfc and it will create the template automatically. So just type rfc and enter, it will create this template. Okay, now this template is in the div, we return this home, right? Make sure you will add this component in the app.js, right, in order to render it. So I will remove this, all of these things, and I will add home here, right? And make sure you will import it. So import home from the pages, right? And close the tag. I will remove the class for now, I don't need it, and save it. So if you go to the our web browser, right, you will see this home world, correct, which we added on this page. Perfect. Now inside this home, right, create some few more folders. So go to the source and create another folder called components. Inside that, so what we want on the home page, we want to create some component for the home page, right? So you can create a folder called home page components, correct? Also the header and footer should be common for all of them, correct? So inside the component we can just create a new file called header.js, and another we can create footer.js. Okay, so just type rfc and to create the default template for header, and same for rfc to create default template for footer. We will save everything. Now inside the home page, that the folder we created, right, we want to add, if you see the markup, we want to add this search bar and then this list, correct? This search bar will be common for many of these, but we'll see, we can move it afterwards. Okay, we can move the file, that's fine. Then we can call it as a search component, and this is the list component, video list component, right? So create search dot search section dot js and create another file called video list video grid list dot js. Okay, and just import a default template for all of them and save everything, right? Now go to the home.js file and import all of these components, right, the way which we want, right? The first thing we want as a header, just type headers. Okay, so header, then we want the video, sorry, the search, right? We have search section, then we have video list, and then we have footer. Perfect. Okay, now we have to wrap this in a div, because in React uh, we have to wrap everything in one HTML tag, any tag, right? I can call it as a home page like this. Oh, sorry, and you have to make sure you will wrap this. Okay, home page, you can call like this, right? Perfect. And you wrap the thing in React, right? You have to wrap everything, as I say. So we wrap everything. Let's save everything. Let's save it and let's see whether we are getting. So it's saying home page is not defined, right? So just replace this with a div. So sometimes it not work, so I will replace with the div and save it now. And if you see, you will see the header section, then we have this search section, video list, and footer. Perfect. Another thing, if you observe, right, this header and footer will be common for throughout the applications, right? So we don't want to add in every page. So what we can do, we can remove this header and we can go to the app.js and we can paste it here. Okay, and same, we can add a footer as well. Okay, and we will remove from here. Correct, and let's see how it looks. So we are getting a error that header is not defined. So go back and app.js and make sure you will import the header. Okay, and let's go. And if you see, everything is similar. Only thing that you will see, change this page whenever you require, right? And I will save everything. So first thing, we will design this home page, right? So we created all the required file for the home page. Let's begin to start working on the header section. Now we will start designing the header section. So if you see the mockup, we have this logo, then this menu, and another YouTube images or logo. Okay, on the right hand side. So we will add one div here, and inside that we will add the logo first, right? So in order to add logo, we have to access the image or logo from the asset folder, right? So for that, we need the curly braces. Inside that, we want to mention the required, and then we have to give the path for the logo. Then it is in assets and the file name. Okay, if I save it and if you see, the image size is too big, correct? So we will add the class name, and so this is what we are adding the tailwind css properties, right? So in order to give width, right, we can give width like this. Okay, but if we want to give the custom width, so we have to mention the square bracket, right? So in this case, I will give like 35 px. Okay, and if I save it, let's see how it looks. If you see, right, it's looking good. Now we want this particular logo in a circular format, so we have to rounded, and you want rounded to be full, so full rounded, right? And if I save it, you'll see the circle, right? The image is in the form of circle. Now we will add the menu and the remaining item. Okay, so we put ul, and inside that you can put a list, right? So first is home, I'll paste that one, and then you just type course, and here we have videos. Okay, and then we have one more image at the last. So in outside this, we will add the image source inside bracket, and we want to access the YouTube logo, right? So we have to write require and access that particular file from the assets youtube.png as a file name. Okay, and we can give the class name similar to this. Okay, so I'll copy paste this one. Perfect, and let's see how it looks. So if you see, right, this one, right, this is our section, this is different one, right? That is our sections, but this is our header section, right? Now we want everything in one line, correct? So first we'll put the main div, right, the topmost div, the class name, and we'll put as a flex. Once you made it as a flex, you will see this is look like this, right? It comes in a the in one row, but we want to give you can mention div here. Let's see how it looks. Okay, and if you see, right, it look good now. Then we have to give the flex for this one. Okay, and same flex for this one, so it will come in horizontally, everything will come horizontally. Perfect, right? Now we want, if you see the mockup, we want this YouTube logo at the end, correct? So in the parent div, we will mention justify between. Okay, and once you click on justify between, You will see it is on the end of this one, right? And now we will give the gap between this one first. So just mention gap here. I will put 7, and for the gap between these three menu items I will give like gap 4. Let's see how it looks, and it's look good, right? But if you see, right, we want to give the padding like this, right? It's touching to the edge of the browser. So here we can give the padding like 3. And if you see, right, if I hover on this particular tailwind css class name, it will show how much padding we are giving, right? So in the css format, the padding is 12 px. And if you see, and it's look perfectly fine. Okay, now if you see this menu is not a center, right, to these logos and all. So to do that, we have to give item to be center here, so that uh, this div and this div come in the vertical center, right? And same, same we have to give for this div as well. And let's see how it looks. Okay, now if you see, it's look perfectly fine. Next we will unhover this, right? We want the button to be like glow out, something like that. Let's see how we can do. So first we will see, if I hover on it, right, I want a pointer to be a cursor, right? So to do that, in a like class name, right, you can mention cursor to be a pointer. If I see, if I apply only for the home, and if you hover on it, right, it's showing the cursor pointer with the, it's changing the hand, but if it's not on course, right, if you see. So we will apply this all to this class name, but before that I will apply some more style. Okay, so I will put hover method, and on hover I want to change the background color. Okay, so I will change the background color to be pg, background to be like I don't know, yeah, this one is, let's see how it looks. If you hover it, background is changing, correct? But now we can give some padding and everything, right? And on hover we also want to change this color of this text to white. So before that I will use some padding here. So I will mention padding on x, sorry, padding on x to be like 2, and padding on y to be like 1, or maybe, let's see how it looks. Okay, it's look quite good, right? I can give, okay, that let's fine. And then we want the the corner to be rounded, so I want to make it full, so that it will be full, right? And if you see, right, on the top side, it's the padding is more than the bottom side, so you can give the padding on the bottom side as well as a 2. And let's see how it looks. Now it's look good. And I will also give the padding on the x-axis little more, so like 3. Okay, and if you see, yeah, this is fine for me. Okay, now let me put it here. Now we want to change the color on hover, right? So I will change the text to be white, right? And if you see, the text to be white. Okay, so this is perfectly working fine for the home. Now we'll just copy paste this all the class name, and we'll paste it for all the remaining menu. And if I save it, you will see this one, perfect. Okay, and we can give the if you see on the this one, right, we can, it's a white color, and for all other it's little brownish. So next we will do that. So this is pretty much for this header section. We completely designed this header section, so whatever linking and all we'll do it on later. Okay, Now, according to this mockup, right, if you see the background of this whole page is little grayish, right? So we will do that. So to do that, go to the app.css file, right? Or sorry, index.css file. Here we have body, correct? So inside body, this is pure CSS. So just write background color, and I'm pasting this color, right? This background one, and save it. And let's see. Now if you see, the background color is changed, but we want this header to be a white. So go to the header again, and inside this, right, in the side the big header, you can just change bg to be white, background to be a white color. And if you see, perfect. So background is to be white now. And if you see, right, the padding is more, you can decrease it, but for now I will keep as it is, and if needed I will change it. So now we will start developing this search section. So if you see, we have this gradient text with the name videos, and then we have this subheading. After that we have this search bar with a icon. So I will tell you how can we add a React icon. And then we have these buttons. Okay, so it's these buttons are for the filter purpose. Okay, so let's go to our project. So let's go to search section. I already have these buttons tags, which is React, Angular, Tailwind CSS, and ChatGPT. So let's create the title first, h2, and just write videos. Okay, then we have input. So I will put inside the div, and I will put as an input. Okay, if type of type is equal to text, and I will close it. After that, outside that we have the text. So again, we'll give it h3, and I will copy paste the tagline which we have, right? So paste it here, and then last we have the bunch of buttons. So for button, right, I already have the list of object here. So inside div I will wrap it. So in order to iterate these buttons, right, you have to put in the curly braces, and then sorry, not this. So in React we never use this. Okay, then search button tags dash map, you have to map it in order to iterate it. Okay, and then write item. Okay, and inside this square circular bracket you have to mention the div, and just wrap this div, and then you can put this tag directly here, like item dot, so item dot tag. Okay, tag, that's all. And let's see what we are able to see. So let's go to our application. We got this title video, this input, this text, and these buttons as well. Okay, now let's start giving the styles. So if you see, right, we want this text to be a gradient. Okay, so let's go to our project, and here for the h2 give the class. So in the class name we will give the font to be extra bold, and after that we will put this text to be transparent. Okay, text transparent, and we increase the text size to 6 XL. Okay, so we want a big text, and then we give the gradient color. Okay, so we want the gradient, so from where you want, from the left to right, top to bottom, something like that, right? So in this case we want to gradient to right, so we'll put right. And on the left, which gradient do you want? So from, we want, I will keep pink 600, and 2 you can mention, I will mention this case a blue 900. I want dark one, right? And if I save it, and let's see. So if you see, right, we'll get the background like this, right? But if you see, if I select this, I will get this video text, right? So what you have to do, it's actually it consider it as a mask. So you have to write bg climp and you have to clip the text. Okay, so if you see now, we got this text. Okay, perfect. So that's what we want. Correct. Only thing I will change here, make it capital, and if you see, we got it right. Now we will add this, we will give the style to input and add the icons. So just search React icons. Okay, and you will find this first page, React icon. Make sure you will install this dependency which called React as icons. Okay, and you can check the documentation how to use it. Okay, on the left hand side you will see the bunch of different types of icon. In this case I will use this hero icon. So I want the search icon. So just scroll down. Let's make here search. So I will use this search icon. Okay, so go here and paste it like this. Okay, make sure you will import this one. Okay, so if you see this high magnifying glass get imported. Okay, and save it. If you see on the in our application, you will see this icon come under this input button. So let's bring it in one line. Okay, so just mention the class name to be a flex, and after that you have to give background to be white. Okay, and if you see the background to be white, perfect. Okay, then you have to mention the width because the right now width is too much, right? So we have to mention the width. So I will give width to, for example, in this case I will give width 200 px. Okay, and let's see how it look. So this is decent, just we can change to 300 for now. And then we'll give padding to we'll give padding x to 3 and padding y, padding bottom I will give 1. So input is like this, and if you see right input, we are it's in fixed size, so we have to extend the input size as well. So I will remove this padding and actually I will give it to input. Okay, so like class name, and will change the width to 95% of the div. Okay, so this div has a 300. Okay, so 95% of this we can give to input, and because we want to show the icon as well. Okay, so like this, so it's look good. Also we'll give more padding to like this. Maybe let's see how it looks. Okay, so it's too much, you one, let's see. Okay, and we'll make the corner to be a rounded medium size. And also if you see in the screen on the when you click on this input, you will see this border. So we'll remove this border. So just write outliner to be none. Okay, and we want everything in one line. Okay, the alignment should be a proper. So here you have to just mention align items or item to be aligned. Okay, in the center. Let's see how it looks. So if you see, it's looking perfectly fine, right? So similar to this one, you can give more padding if you want, it's up to you. So we can give more padding on the x-axis, and let's see how it looks. So give more padding on x-axis. Okay, and this is perfect. Okay, and let's give padding to y a little bit. Padding top, padding y to be 1. And this is good. Actually we use padding bottom here, so padding, can remove padding bottom, and let's see how it looks. Okay, and py dash 1. Okay, now it's look good. Okay, So if your text is not visible, the reason is, let me check. Oh, so we put this bracket by mistakenly, so we'll remove the bracket and now it will see the text. Okay, now we'll keep this, everything we'll put in the center. So here just define the class name in the top division, the parent div, and make it flex, and then make it justify to be center, and then it will come like this. So you have to mention it as a column because by default it considers as a row, so you have to define flex direction to be a column. So flex column. Okay, and in order to put it in the center, you have to mention the text align for the div to be a center, and if you see it come into the center except this search bar, because we put the search bar inside the div, right? So that we have to mention in the parent div at the item to be in the center. Okay, and if you see now it is in the center. Okay, so now we will give the space between this margin between this video search bar and this text as well. So just mention padding, oh sorry, not here. So we'll give the margin top to 3. Same for this div, we can give margin top to 2 maybe, and let's see how it looks. And let's give class name here and margin top to 3, and we will change this color and font, so text to maybe 14px, and we'll change the color to maybe gray 500. Okay, and save it and let's see how it looks. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so right now it's little bigger, but you can change it if you want, or we can keep as it is. And if you see that if I extend it, it's working fine. Only thing now we have to do, we have to give padding from the left and right. So for this div, right, we can give padding to x, and we can give padding x to 10 maybe, and let's see how it looks. So even though you squeeze it, right, it squeezed like this, and if you change to mobile view, it looks perfectly fine. Okay, now we want to give the buttons and we have to align the buttons. So let's go here, let's go to our code and to div, right, we can first in this parent div we can mention it as a flex, and we give gap between this to be like 4, and so that it will be in one line, right? Then we will give the margin top to 4. In this case, for this particular tag we can give background to be white. Okay, text size I will change it to 14px, and corner to be rounded, we can give medium round corner, and let's save it, and it look like this. So we have to give padding to the x-axis, so we'll give padding x to 2, padding bottom to 1. Let's see, so it's working good. Okay, also we'll put the pointer to be cursor. I will give padding to 1 as well. Let's see how it looks. Okay, yeah, and then we have to put the cursor pointer, so just type cursor pointer and save it. After that, on hover we want the effect, right? If you see in this tutorial, you can able to see this, right, the animation effect. So that animation effect we have to apply here. So just hover on the hover, right, we have to scale size to 110. Okay, and we want the transition to be smooth transition, so make it transition to be on, and duration should be 300, and make it is in out. Okay, also we can change the font size. On hover we can change the font to be bold and save it. So if you hover on it, right, it's change the font. Okay, but we also want to change the background. Okay, so let's go here and change the background. So on hover we can change background to be red. In the red we will give this 400 red, and hover we can change the text color as well. We'll change text to white and save it. Now let's see. Perfect. Okay, so that this is what we want. So we completely achieve these things. We can decrease the font size if you want to 12 px. Okay, now it look good. Okay. Now let's start building the video grid. We will develop this video grid list, this section. Here if you see, we need a list of all this video with the title and description. So I already have this API created. Okay, if you want to know how to create API without writing any code, then write it in the comments so I can create a video for you. Okay, so I created this API without writing any line of code. You just need to add your data, that's all. Okay, and I will let you know how to do that. So if you see, in the data section, right, we have title, we have descriptions, then we have images, and we have tag which I attached. For example, for this video we have the tag called name React and Tailwind CSS, right? So I will use this API. So this is the endpoint for that. Next, let's go to our code. Okay, here first we will install this Axios AXIOS, okay, library. It helps us to fetch the response from the HTTP URL. Okay, so go ahead and install this one. I already installed, so I will just skip this step. Now in your source folder, right, create one folder called global or services. You can call services. Okay, inside that you can create one variable or one file called global API.js. Okay, where we will add all our API. Okay, so here you can write export default. Okay, and here we will export all our APIs. Now you can search it, what is the syntax for this, right? So if you see, I have find this syntax for this, how to fetch the data from the URL, right? So I will just paste it here, and I will tell you how can you do that, right? So you can mention one constant here, which is our base URL. Okay, in this case our base URL is the URL localhost 1337, right, /API. So once you hosted this particular API, it will be a different. But right now I'm using localhost, so I will using this as my base URL. Okay, I will remove this one, and you can write constant. Okay, and write get video list. So get all video list is equal to this one, and the base URL plus the endpoint. The endpoint is video list question mark populate to star, which is all, this one. Okay. And what we'll do, we'll export this particular constant. Okay, so that we can use anywhere. So now I just make sure you will import this Axios. Okay, you have to import this one and save it. Now go to our video grid list. So React provide by default one inbuilt hook called use effect, and inside use effect we will call that method. So what use effect will do, whenever uh, we launch this particular component or page, this use effect will get called. It will get called infinitely if you did not mention the empty array. Okay, so if you mention the empty array, then it will call once. So make sure you will add this empty array. Also, if you want to execute this use effect, then you have to add that particular variable name here. So whenever the variable name change, then this use effect will get called. And also I will add the one use state effect, that is again an inbuilt React hook. I will say uh, video list and set video list. If you know the Java or something like that, we have setter and getter method. So similar to that, here we have to set video list and set video list in order to set the all the video, and to get the data we will use the video list and variable. So like this, and initially it will be empty. So what you have to do, this is our API response API, right? So you have to call this. Let's call the API. So write global API. Then we have get all video list dot then. Okay. So inside that we will write the response. And inside that we will define a constant called result, because we want to map the data, correct? So what we will do, first we will check whether we are getting all the information or not. So just write response dot data and save it, right? And make sure we console that one in order to check. Okay. So I save it, go here, refresh the screen, and if you see we got this data, correct? We have 5 records, so we got the 5 records, and inside that we have all the records. So now what we will do, we will map this data. Okay, so dot, again we have data dot map. Inside that we'll write item. Then you have to do circle bracket and then curly brackets. Okay, inside that let's first define id. So just type item dot id. Then we have title, then item dot attributes dot title. If you see, after data we have these attributes, and inside attribute we have title and then description. Okay, and again we have called description, item dot attributes dot description. Okay. Now let's see image. So in this case, right, if you see our API response, so inside the attribute we have image, and inside the image we again have data, again have attributes. Okay, and then we have image URL, and item dot attributes dot image dot data dot attributes dot image URL. So if you go here and see, sorry, we just have URL, not the image URL, so just the URL. And also we want tags, correct? So in this case we can write tags, and we have list of tags, correct? So if you see, we want this list of tags. So for now what we'll do, we'll get tags and all data. Okay, so you can write item dot attributes dot tags dot data dot data. That's all. Okay. And if you see the result, we console this result, and let's go back here, clear this, and refresh the screen, and we got the 5 record, right? So if you see, we have description, id, image, and then title, and then we have tags. Okay. So we use all the array of tags here, right? So we want to show it, that's the reason we kept it like this. Now what we will do, let's start designing this video grid list. Okay, I will close this one so we can see everything. So we have the data now. Now let's start designing video grid list. Now, so if you see, right, we need to build this card design. Okay, so let's once you create this video card file in a homepage component, okay, add default template, and let's start building the card. So first we will add one div here, and inside that I will add the image source because we want the image first, right? So in the video item which we pass from the video grid, right? So in this video item, it contains all our object data, right? So what I will do, so here you can just mention like this, and we have video item and we have image, right? So which contains the URL, and where we can give the class name, and we want the video image corner to be rounded, so we can mention here rounded to be medium, or we can make it large. Okay, after that we have text, so the heading, right? So we can give the h2 tag for now and the class name, and inside that we can mention the title of the video. So I will mention video item dot title. Okay, and for this one, right, I will keep as it is and we'll give the class name later on, and we can give the h3 item for the description, right? So we can mention video item dot description. Okay, so remember one thing, right? Whenever you are showing the dynamic data, right, you have to show it in the curly braces. Okay, so in this video item object we have this all this information, right, and I am accessing with the particular field name. So make sure when you are showing the dynamic, you have to show it in a curly braces. Okay, now let's save it and let's see whether what we are getting now. Okay, so this is old, and if you see, right, we are getting uh, data like this. The reason is, right, in video grid list what I did, I'm uh, I'm iterate this video list, right, by mapping the item to the video card, and I'm passing each item to the video item, right? So this is a prop, and this is the parent component, right, and this is our child one, and the video item we are passing to the video card. And that's why we are receiving here, and this video item we are using in order to display data. Okay, and also I am applying the class name, so I give the margin from the top. Also I am giving the padding from the x-axis to 4, right? And if it is medium size screen size, then I am giving padding to 8, and if it's large, I am giving padding to 12. After that I put this video list grid, and by default when the screen size is smaller, okay, or default screen size, then I'm showing the 2 column. Okay, if you want to see it, so if I decrease the size, right, and use a smaller size, you will see this 2, right? When I maximize this size and when I make it medium, right, I'm showing the 3 columns, and when it's large, I'm showing 4 columns. So that's what it displayed here. So on medium we show 3 columns, and when it's large we are showing 4 columns. That's all. So no any logic, it's very simple. So let's design a style this one description, and after that, right, if you remember, we have the tags, list of tags. Okay, the code, and I will paste this code. Okay, which contains this h5, and I give the tag and everything. Okay, now we'll give the uh, class for this title. Okay, so I will give padding, sorry, we'll give the font to be bold. Okay, and then I will give text size to be a 13 px maybe. Okay, because I'm already giving the bold size, so maybe a bigger, and I want line to be clamped to 3. Okay, so I don't want what is more line more than 3. Okay, so this line clamp 3 will only work, we have to install the dependency for it. Okay, so if you go to the tailwind css and type line clamp, okay, line clamp, you can put tailwind css. Okay, so you will see this multi-line truncate, right? So how many lines you want to display, you can use it, but for that you have to install this dependency. I already installed, and then you have to add this plugin in config.js file. Okay, and that's all. So for example, you put this much text, right, and you want only 3 lines to show, you can do that. So in this case, right, if you see, we have a lot of big description, and we only want the first 3 column to be, first 3 line to be displayed on the screen, so kind of thing we can show it. So that's why I use this clamp method. Okay, means clamp class, and we will also give the style to this description as well. So we'll give text to be on 9 px, and then margin top to 1, then text to be a gray, so I don't want dark. And here I will again use clam. Okay, I want only first three lines. Okay, so let's save and let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks pretty good, but I want padding and white button. If you see our application, right, the white in the background and this white color as well, and padding for the div. So what you have to do in this case, you have to wrap this all of this thing after this image in a div. Okay, copy this and I'll put tag as well. So you'll make sure you will close the correct div tag. Okay, and then you can give the class name for this one. So class name I will give padding to 2, and then I will give the background to be white and height to be a 160 px. Okay, and we'll give rounded. I want rounded bottom. What is it? Bottom corner only, right? So if you see, we'll bottom corner only get rounded. So I don't want this corner to be rounded. So you have to remove like here, right? You have to just write top rounded corner, top large corner, and you see, perfect. This is what we wanted. Okay. Now if you see, there is no hover effect right now, right? So in order to apply this hover effect, let's go to the parent view, and here you can give the class name. So on hover, you can write scale the size of image of this whole view to 105, and you can do the transition or for the smooth animation. Okay, and make the duration to be of 300 or maybe 200, and cursor to be pointer. And let's see, and easy, it's working perfect. So and again, as I said, right, this is totally responsive. If you see, totally responsive. Okay, even though if you go to the inspect panel, and if you want to check for mobile view, just click on mobile view, and this is how it looks in mobile view. Perfect. So we will stop here because video getting too much long. I will create a second part of this video. Okay, so if you really want to see the next page, how can we build it, and we are going to extend this application until we go more topics. Okay, so if I click on this one, we'll get this player and everything, right? So we will cover this in the next video, so please subscribe to my channel so that you will not miss my next video for this course. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and please like buttons, and keep watching my videos. Okay, and I hope you like this video. So see you next time.